Welcome back to a brand new season of CRL. We are here for round 1 at the British GP here in Silverstone, and I am joined tonight with Sink Yogurt.
Hello.
Nice to be back, Yogurt. It feels like it's been a really long time since we've done a race here in CRL.
Yeah, well, an actual race in the race last week.
Brand new season, brand new cars. I wonder how it's all going to turn out in this race. We've got a full qualified as always, it's a 50% race, 26 laps, and I'm going to read you the driver line out. So, Origin Gamma in the Red Bull. He wasn't here last season. Well, I think he was here for like half season. They got demoted down to Div 2. Let me turn the volume up so I can't barely hear myself. Yeah, so Origin Gamma. He was here last season, but only like half a season until he got demoted down to Div 2. But he's back in Div 1, so hopefully his pace has got better. He scored his first points in Singapore. Duel, a champion from 2 seasons ago, is in the McLaren. In the AlphaTauri is Krishna, and hoping Krishna can finally find his rhythm, because I know last season he made quite a few mistakes, and hopefully he don't repeat it. I know he can score points. He's led a race before. And Nathan in the Haas, he was in the Mercedes last season. He finished 3rd in the championship, and hopefully he can do one better. He was in a fight with AJ, but it turns out to be Nathan versus AJ for the most of it, because Ferg was too far away. T Griff is a new driver in the Ferrari. Jeroen Visser in the Williams. iNemo is in the Alpine. iNemo's got some insane pace on him. He wasn't here for the most of last season, but hopefully he can get some good results like he did last season. Harvey Lees, yet to win his first race. Well, he's won a race, but not since 2 seasons ago at the British GP, which was here. He was close to winning races last season, but unfortunately got taken away from him due to strategy or problems in the race. The Real DC, welcome back to Div 1. He's in the McLaren along with Duel, so that should be a good pairing. Sink Rudy, another driver who's very, very quick, but I heard he makes a few mistakes now and then. And we're going into the lobby, so I'll read the rest of the grid out soon. But last race at the British GP, it was the last race of the season. That was the first race in this one. But if you remember, Steve Royal Gamer won his first race in CRL and in a league race, because he was new to league racing too. It was his 3rd or 4th race, and he had fantastic pace in him and a good strategy, because he fell down the field early on due to starting on the medium compound tyres compared to the soft runners, and he made his way back to finish in P1 due to Total P's penalties. And Total P's is here. He's signed for a full season, and this season is looking like it's going to be a very good one. Sadly, we don't have the defending champion, which is CRL Ferg. He's currently on a job somewhere, so he won't be able to make it for a few weeks. I've heard he's back in October, so whatever Ferg's doing, just I hope he's alright, which he should be, and I hope to see him back soon. And let's see what the weather conditions are like into this British GP. Nice and sunny. So Tim, another one. I think I've seen Tim in a few 5-lappers, but I've not really seen him in terms of his pace in the long game. So we'll keep an eye on him. He's another Dutchman. Het Bompje, he's a very, very quick driver. He almost won. I think he won a race in Hungary, did he, Joachim? Or was he on a podium? I can't remember.
Can't remember either.
He was definitely on the podium. I think he almost won his first race. So if he did win his first race, it must have been in Hungary. But in the first half of the season, he made a few mistakes, but he managed to better his pace, especially his quality pace was amazing as well, and his race pace got better, so hopefully he can keep up that. Harvey Lees, yeah, like I said, almost won a few races last season, but strategy cost him and a few collisions. Total P's, he was almost going to win the British GP until penalties kicked in. Jeroen Visser in 5th place. AJ Wuhan, a very strong pace on his hands, but made quite a few mistakes last season, like his brother. And some of them were like drive-through penalties, and just in some tracks it didn't favour him, and he was just outside the top 10 until he fought his way back inside the top 10 like Nathan did on a few tracks. Steban and Steve Royal Gamer, the 2 Aston Martins. Steban, I've known him in a different league, and I think his pace is quite decent, so we'll keep an eye on him. Steve Royal Gamer won the last race of the season. It was his first race win in the league, and hopefully he can show more in this season. Krishna, like I've already talked about him. Well, Walter is currently out on the track on the medium compound tyres. Walter is a very, very quick driver. I've seen his pace, so keep an eye on him this season. Origin Gamma, I've already talked about him. DC also talked about him. Iceron Knight, he's one of those midfield drivers. Hopefully his pace has got better since last season. He's been up there in the top 10 and managed to get some points last season, so hopefully he can score a bit more. iNemo, his school got in the way, so he had to abort league racing, but he's back now and hopefully he can fight for those race wins like he was last season. Sync Rudy, talked about him as well in the Haas with Nathan Booth, so that should be a very strong lineup. Mr. BT, well, Mr. BT, him and I, we raced together in those Cone Cup finals, and he has very quick pace. He made a few mistakes, but that was just 5 lappers. Hopefully his pace is better in the 50% races, and he's currently coming out on the medium compound tyres. It is Q1. I'm expecting people just to be on the soft tyres in Q1. Save those tyres for Q2. Well, Mark, well, his teammate was Ferg last season. Mark's pace was incredibly strong. He was close to winning a race at the British GP. Not the British GP, he was close to winning the race at Spa, but he just didn't have the pace to try and beat his teammate. But his pace was strong last season, especially in the last half. And Torif, he's currently on a lap time as he enters turn 1 and turn 2. I've not seen his pace so far, but we could judge from this qualifying and the race. And Nathan, already talked about him, made a few mistakes last season, but still finished in the top 3 in the championship of the drivers. So that's my analysis on those drivers. So who got a lap time, Joachim?
Mark is on a lap. He's on a pretty decent one. 1:02.2 in going to the final sector. I believe you want to be in the 2 lows or 1 high. So he's on a good enough Q1 lap, I would say. He's now going through the final sector. We'll see what he does in a second. I don't think he did the last 2 corners too well, but we'll see. 0.5. That's the first benchmark. We'll see what other people do. We've
got a McLaren across the line next, and he's just started his flying lap.
I think the next one is T-Grip.
Yep.
Doesn't really look fast. 2.8 is already 6 times slower than Mark. So he's not on a really good lap, I think.
Makes his way through Stowe now, the Ferrari driver, number 96. Nice exit through Stowe.
Mark, you must note he is the main title contender probably out of all of them.
You think so?
Yeah, I think overall season he's gonna have the biggest chance. As T. Griffin said, P2 and Wouter on the mediums, 25.7. So
and Sync Rudy in P4, a few hundred slower than T. Griffin. He's also on the medium compound tyres, so a few medium runners, Yogurt.
5 times slower than Wouter, so Rudy is clearly off a bit, but I think he is doing another lap straight after him.
I'm confused, Joachim, because I see these medium tyres being used in Q2, but I'm not quite sure why they're being used in Q1. Maybe it's just soft tyres, the people that are quick enough. I think an AlphaTauri is just spun coming out of turn 3.
Beast is ending a lap on mediums as well. Let's see what he does. Oh, I think that's not really represented.
I know most people this track are aiming for the high 24s, low 21s, is that right?
Yeah, yeah, low 25s. OSDC on soft side at 26.5.
I meant high 24s and low 21s. Yeah, that's what I meant.
25s. Said it again. Mr. BT has invalidated, it seems.
But with the Mercedes driver of AJ was in the Alfa Romeo last season. Currently taking Nathan's spot. I think it's just a random generator because I know Nathan would have liked to go to the Haas unless he likes it. AJ makes his way through Stowe. I know AJ, I talked to him before this qualifier started. He doesn't really think he has the pace. We'll find out soon. Makes his way nicely through Magnus and Beckett. This should be a strong point.
I really don't understand why so many people are going on mediums in Q1.
That's a Q2 tyre. It's just really soft, isn't it?
I don't understand. AJ, there's a very weird way to go through Stowe.
And makes his way through the final 3 corners now, the slowest corners on the track. Final corner, what's it going to be from AJ? It's a 26.5, goes up to P5 ahead of the real DC. DC's time on the soft tyres definitely needs improving, because that's not going to be enough, otherwise he's going to get knocked out. Total P's.
Also, I mean...
I just went on board for a split second with Sig Rudy, and he's just invalidated it coming through Brooklands. So where's Steban? Steban's out there coming through Magus and Beckett now. He's on the. Who is it?
Mr. BT is next. He's now coming through the final corner, also mediums, and he goes P4. 26.1. So that's also a decent lap.
The thing is though, if they were to go on the medium tyres, they won't use them, will they, Jakob? Because they've already done like 2-3 laps on them.
Yeah, but you get a fresh mediums for the race, and a fresh hards always.
Steban then makes his way through the final corner. It's P2.
But if you mean for quali, yeah, I reckon they won't lose again. That would just be stupid. I think Duwell's next. He won the preseason race on. Yeah, how do you say that?
Preseason race, the evaluation race.
Yeah, evaluation. Yeah, but he won it with a very cool ending. With Wouter and Duwell.
So, is I Nemo on a lap time? He's currently in P19. There he is then, coming through the old pitch straight. Now making his way through cops. So, hello.
I want to say as well, Jeroen has been practicing a lot for this race, I know. So, watch out for him this race.
Yep.
It's going to be...
Oh, he spawned. iNemo's just spawned. He's hit the wall and he's out of qualifying. That's our first driver who is out of qualifying. I think he went on the curb and he just unsets to the rear. And sadly, he's become the first retirement of qualifying. That's a shame for iNemo. A big shame. It's just like the rear end just wanted to stick with him as he turned the corner. So not enough downforce, must be said, as Nathan then currently in last place is a 2.6 in the middle sector. I don't think that's competitive enough because he's on the soft compound tyres. I've seen people do better middle sectors on the mediums. He makes his way through Stone now. What's he going to be as he makes his way through the final 3 corners? Then we've got yellow flags in sector 1. His teammates behind him going into the pits. And Nathan there not really getting the best of exits coming out of them. And it's a 26.2 is 8th place on the soft compound tyres.
P7, 26.1. Don't think that will be enough. We got as well. We got Jeroen. Oh, big moment out of the final corner, and still gets a P4 with that big of a mistake.
How much do you think it would have cost him, Jeroen Visser?
About 3 tenths probably. It's quite a lot.
So Head Bompier says, hello everybody, full sun throughout. Feels great to be back. Good luck, Jamie and Joachim. Yeah.
Thank you. P10, also on mediums, and we got another one crossing line. I didn't see what it was.
It's Tim, P2. As Origin Gamma goes quicker.
Yeah. Okay. So welcome back to the league, Gamma. He straight away P1. So it was good to see.
Right, what about the 2 Alfa Romeos then? One of them's in Luffield and the other one's coming across the line to start his second flying lap. He's just invalidated that one. So he's making his way through the first 2 corners. We'll go on board with Head Bompier on the soft compound tyres. Head Bompier was in the Haas last season, now he's in the Alfa Romeo. Nicely done through Stowe there, coming through Maggis and Beckett down. Flat out for the first 2. Lift off. Gradually gets slower.
Very smooth.
I wonder
not particularly fast, but it was very smooth. And purple sector 2, so it was definitely good.
I wonder what the 2 Hasses were doing because they're both close together now. They're both entering the pits. Nathan and Ted Bompy has gone wide there, but luckily he didn't invalidate.
Did lose him some time, but not too much. He at least didn't invalidate, so good final sector. It was a good lap overall. P7. I don't know if that will be enough if other people on mediums will go to softs, but we'll see. Israel Knight, oh, that was a bad sector 1 already, 27.5.
A 3.0 for his middle sector.
Yeah, that's not good enough. We'll see what he does.
So St. Rudy with a 26.1, he's done 4 laps on those medium compound tyres and he's invalidated.
Oh, that's a bit of a Lewis Hamilton.
A legal way to come into the pits, that'll get him a penalty if that's a rule. So we've got a couple of people on the outlaps. People are in danger. AJ. Now AJ, I won't expect him to be in danger, especially in Q1. It's a 26.5. He said he does struggle around the British GP, evidently from last year as well. So he's in a bit of danger, along with Nathan. Nathan, his brother, down in P16. Doable as well. So people you don't expect to be in danger are currently there. We've got DC down there, we've got Knight down there. Knight's in the pits, so I think he'll switch over to the soft compound tyres. That's his bankers done. So AJ then...
Sorry to interrupt you, but Boompje is on another lap, improving about a 10th. Going to the final sector, and he made a mistake here last lap, so he might improve some more. So we might see him go to the top. Let's see now, through the final corner. Alfa Romeo, Boompje, will he go to the top?
P3.
Ooh, just about not, but I think he's definitely in there for the Q2 with that lap. Although
good job.
It's still quite close. P15 is at 0.1, so it's only 6/10. So it's. I wouldn't feel too comfortable.
I'm gonna go on board with AJ now, or look at AJ, because he's currently coming out of the slow corners at turn 6 now onto the Hamilton Wellington straight, using the slipstream from Het Bump. Yeah, pulls out, and it's going to be a 27.1. So he's 2/10 up on his first lap. That's a good sign already from AJ. His weakness says he's coming through sector 1. Hopefully he sorted that out. Yep. These cars are difficult to handle, aren't they, Joachim?
No, I find it quite easy actually on this game.
I struggle with these cars. Oh no!
AJ. Ah, that's his lap over. I hope he has enough fuel for another one.
Do you think he could have made the corner?
Nah, he was going right anyway.
Yeah, hopefully he's got enough fuel in the car. Remember, there's no Rich or Max, there's just standard.
Yeah. Now we can look at DC. He has had a very bad time. There's only 1,000 between DC and AJ, that's kind of funny.
Nathan is out of the track on an hour lap, so is Sync Rudy. Sync Rudy, remember, set his best lap time on the medium compound tyres, go for those bankers, so yeah, he should be safe if he has set a good time on the softs.
DC 3.5 times under his time, that would only gain him maybe 2 positions, so he needs to find a bit more. I think DC, or was that DC won here like 2 seasons ago, right? Or was that someone else?
I actually can't remember, it's long ago.
That was Harvey Lees.
Yep, it was Harvey.
And DC only improved, I think he's out. Unless he's going for another lap. He's gonna do another lap. Okay, well. Let's look at AJ first. That was a very good sector 1. Now AJ, 27.0. Almost already 3 times up on his time.
That's a much better. It's a much better sector 1 than his previous run. So hopefully he won't make a mistake again through Stowe. This could possibly his last chance. Depends how much fuel he's got left in that car. Coming through Cops now. He looks a bit hesitant on the entry, doesn't he, Joachim?
Sorry, I was looking at Rudy and Nathan as well. Rudy did a 0.0 as well. Bit of a moment, but he saves it, keeps up the speed, so it's not too bad. 1 at 2.27 times on his time, so this looks to be, a good enough lap to at least go into Q2. See what his final sector can be. This was already better than his last run, I remember.
This should easily get him up to, this should get him to 25s.
Yeah, I reckon it will be top 3 maybe. It will!
Oh. There, that'll boost his confidence.
Next one is Rudy. Oh, he's not too far off as well, from that same time as AJ, so he might as well go to the top. And he doesn't. Last sector was quite poor.
Mr. BT up into 5th place. He's done 2 laps on those set of softs, so he must have made a mistake on the first one.
Nathan, I can't see if he's improving. Jeroen goes to P3. Good lap by him as well. A lot of people on the 0.5. Oh, right. Nathan! I think he's gonna do another lap, but that might be over if someone else improves.
The two McLarens are in the pits. DC just came out of the pits. Seagull Gamer needs to speed up now because he's just came out of the pits and he is letting everybody go as you expect. Them being on the fast lap, but he can't afford to back off too much because he needs to get his lap time in. So Seagull Gamer will only get 1 lap to try and get himself into Q2. It should be easy for him.
ISO Knight was on a good lap. But he messed up Stowe. That might be quali over for him. I don't know if he's gonna have a good enough time. No,
It's
P15. Nathan is
P15.
knocked out at the moment, but he is on another lap.
He's down in sector 1. Nathan is down in sector 1. He needs to find a time in sector 2 and sector 3 to ensure his safety in Q3. He needs to find a few 10s to try and get himself into P14, 2 10s maybe. Coming through Magnus and Beckett's now. You've got a bit of traffic ahead of us. Hopefully that won't affect him. Went on the grass a bit. It's a 2 point. Yep, he's up slightly. That's not going to be enough, I don't think. It all depends on CRC Gamer if he improves dramatically. And DC as well. But Nathan is under a bit of pressure. Now coming through Vale. Let's see what it's like. It should be nice and tidy for him. Traction is very crucial here. He gets to the power. Where's this going to put him? It's going to be a 26 point.
Oh, P15. He takes it back from Knight. DC is next. Is he going to improve? He does, but he doesn't gain a position. I think Peace is up next, but he invalidated. That might be session over him, or he's going to go again. I don't know.
Keep an eye on Iceron Knight. He is improving. Iceron makes his way through the middle sector. It's going to be a 2.3. It's 1/10 up. And that 1/10 is crucial because that will get him inside the top 10. Top 15, sorry, if he keeps his pace up and doesn't make a mistake. As he makes his way through Stone now.
T-Griff as well. P12 for him. Next up is Knight. Oh, he's on a good lap. I think he messed up his final sector because this will be good enough for probably a top 10 if he doesn't mess up the final sector.
Oh,
P12.
He pushes Nathan in the relegation zone, and Nathan is not on a lap, I don't think. No, he's not. Nathan is knocked out of Q1. Here's CRC Gamer. There's 5 seconds left to go. CRC Gamer, Duel, and DC are currently in the drop zone. Duel's coming through Luffield. DC is coming through Magnus and Beckett. We'll keep an eye on him then. So he makes his way towards the end of sector 2. Sector 1. What's his middle sector like? It's a 2.4. He's 1/10 up. Is that 1/10 enough to get himself? It's close to Nathan's time.
I think he messed up his final sector last
No,
time,
he's
so
run out of fuel. He's run out of fuel.
No, he's not. No,
He was backing off on the straight. Look.
He's low on fuel. He's not out of fuel.
I think he's definitely lost.
Oh, he might have been, but this it didn't seem like it. But whatever. Total piece across the line. P6 though. Well, that's a good lap. Let's see who's next. Oh,
CRC Gamer. Here comes CRC Gamer. Where's he go? P9.
P9. Oh, that's Krishna out. T Griffin is out. Or not yet actually.
Here comes Duel. Cross the line now. P17.
Oh, Duel's out. He won the pre-season race, but he's out.
It's a massive shame. We've got people he didn't
Krishna
expect.
get himself out. Oh, Wouter just obliterates everyone.
Well, that's a massive shame. So the people are knocked out. Krishna.
No, Krishna's still on. Krishna's still on the lap. Oh,
no,
no,
he spun.
He spun. I don't know if he was improving, but
He improved by 200s.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Now you can tell it.
So look at the time difference between Tigriff and Krishna, 200s. So Krishna, Duel, Nathan, and those 200s were crucial because that was going to get Krishna inside the top 15. Krishna, Duel, Nathan down in P18. That's a poor performance from him. DC in P19, and iNemo crashed at Magnus and Beckett's, and he's currently down in P20. And Wouter, the two Mercedes are the quickest with a 125.0, followed by AJ P2. Origin Gamma looks like he's done a good performance so far down in P3. And Hongwin Harvey Lees, we didn't see much of Harvey Lees. He's currently in P4.
It's Wouter. 5 times clear or something. That's quite a lot. So looks like it's going to be in Wouter domination.
Look at that. Wouter, AJ, Origin, Harvey, Red Bull versus Mercedes. Jeroen, Mark, Headbompier, Total Peas, Mr. BT, CRC Gamer, Tim, Sink, Rudy, Steban, Knight, Torif, Krishna, Duel, Nathan, DC, and iNemo. We make our way into Q2 then. I wonder if those medium tyres can be used, Jockum, because I know quite a few of them went out on those tyres, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know what they want to do. But I definitely would have gone out on the mediums in Q1. Look how close, apart from Wouter then, look how close the rest of the grid is. It's incredible.
Found some serious speed with Wouter in that Mercedes. I know he's been practicing a lot with Jeroen, AJ, Nathan, Mark, Total Peas.
But yeah, this just shows how competitive this grid is now this season, because Nathan, well, normally he's not out of Q1 at least, but he just doesn't get the lap together now, and he's out straight away. So
I think I
you
remember.
really need to be on your A game, because otherwise you're just going to be out.
I remember last season Nathan was at a Q1 twice, I think. One of them was obviously in Monaco, but he don't like that track. He hates it. Another one wasn't a track. I don't know what other track it was, but Nathan tends to have a better race pace than he does quali pace, I'd say.
Well, I hope that's the case for him, because he's going to need it.
He'll be starting on a brand new set of medium tyres down there in P18.
Well, that will be the smart thing. We do see some people go out on mediums.
Those people out on the medium tyres, they did not use in Q1. I remember the people who did. So, yeah, those are using the mediums right now.
So yeah, if people weren't gonna try to go on mediums anyway, well, then it makes sense, of course, just to get that medium set out of the way in Q1 and try to get out without using any of the soft compounds. I think Wouter would have done that, but he still went out on another set of softs, which is a bit of a waste in my opinion.
You're always going to use the softs in Q1, especially the Mercedes in reality as well. Red Bull, Mercedes, you don't see them do a lap on Q1 on the medium compound tyres unless it's just a banker. They switch over to the softs later.
No, but this is because the top teams don't go their full engine mode yet in Q1, and spending the medium sets are so valuable for the race. You have loads of soft sets in the weekend, so those aren't too bad to use in quality.
Somebody's just gone off at what's it called?
Night.
He's in the gravel on his outlap. So I wonder what he's been up to. Now he has used a bit of his ERS, so I wonder if he's just took that corner flat with the tyres not up to temperature yet. But we'll go back on board with Balta then, because he's the first man to cross the line. Here we are then, coming through the first two corners. Want to take us through, Joachim?
Yeah, sure. Well, we've just seen the first two corners, now going into corner 3, braking. Just about 60 meters probably. He did it very nicely. You want to take a short line here. Most importantly, get a good exit for this one. And open up the DRS. I think this is the Wellington Straight?
Yep.
So Wellington Straight into Brooklands. This is Lovefield, I don't know the names. This is Lovefield, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is Lovefield. Now getting good exit. This is, I think, Woodcut. This little kink here. Seems to be a very tidy lap up till now. Now coming to Cops, this should be flat. Does he do it flat? Yes. Okay.
A slight
Easy
lift
flat.
off.
Oh, slight lift off, but we call it flat. Now to Max and Beckett's beautiful corner combination. Trying to obviously take as much speed and the shortest line possible, which he does. Let's see what the split will be, a 1 minute 1.9. So he's the first one I've seen in a 1 minute once. Now into Stowe, just past the hanger straight. Stowe, very easy to go a bit wide and invalidate your lap, but he doesn't. Now into Club and Vale. This is left-hander, right-hander. Get a nice exit for this one, which he does, and a very tiny lap, and it's a 25.1, not better than his Q1 lap, but
just a tenth shy of his best lap of Q1 is well to be good enough, I dare say. As we've got Mark on the medium compound tyres now, so we'll be slower than Walter's tyres. A 25.9 on the mediums. That's not too bad from Mark. Steban goes P3 with 26.1 to Griff goes P2, 5 tenths away from Walter. Hebobia in P5. Yeah. Who else we got next across the line? We've got a few drivers. We've got a few drivers coming back in the pits.
Yeah, whatever.
There's BT.
Ooh, P2.5, and I think the next is Origin Gamma on the mediums. Split is a 1 minute 2.6, so it's not too bad. Let's see what he can do. P5. Mark. Well, if you're a 10th behind Mark.
Oh, Tim had a horrible exit coming out the slow corners there. He goes P8. He lost a bit of time. The back end just wobbling a bit as he applied the throttle. He's currently 26.5. Yep, they definitely have to go again on the soft compound tyres. So, yep, he definitely needs to improve that lap. Harvey Lees has backed out, or he's in an out lap. No, he's not in an out lap. He's backed out of it. So, what's he going to do? Go for a second lap on these set of tyres? I think so. Yep, he is. Jeroen Vizor, what's he up to? He's coming through Brooklands now. 27.1 in the first sector. He's done a lot of
Mediums,
practice.
That's good. Let's see what Rudy is doing. 27-0 in sector 1.
27-0. Is that on the mediums too from Rudy?
No, that's soft. Rudy used his mediums in Q1.
Quite a lot of drivers did in Q1. Aston Martin then coming back into the pit lane. And Giroud visit.
He just thrown it in there and almost lost it, but he saved it at 2-4. I think that's like a tenth quicker than Mark or something. Let's see if he can do a good lap on mediums.
We've got Total P's on the out lap on the soft cold powered tyres. Giroud has made his way to the final corner. What's it going to be? 25.7. That's not too bad.
Rudy did a 2-minute 2 coming into the final sector, so he's gonna be free. Behind Mr. BT. I don't know if that will be enough, you know.
Here comes
AJ's on
AJ.
the lap. Yeah, 2 minutes 6, so he's around the time of Origin Gamma. See if he can get this final sector hooked up. If so, he's going for P7. Bit of a moment. See if he can still end it off well. Nah, he lost quite a bit of time actually in that final sector. P9, so that will not be enough. Can guarantee that. Just a minute. I think that was hard. Yeah, hard. P8 on the mediums.
2 laps on those set of medium tyres, so he'll switch over to the soft cold powered tyres.
Total P's on the softs, 26.9 sector 1. That's the fastest I've seen yet.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's the fastest I've seen too. So it's right on board with Total P. He's making his way through cops. He does not back out. He does not lift off at all through cops. So very confident.
That was commitment.
Magazine Beckett's looking all smooth, carrying the speed in, staying on the line. What's it gonna? Oh, it goes to the grass. He goes to the grass a bit.
Really doesn't really matter that much if you go on the grass a bit there. Is this I think it's exactly the same as router. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I believe it's on the thousands. It's the same. So let's see. The final sector is going to be very important. Although it doesn't really matter if he's P1 or P2 yet in Q2. Can be psychological advantage. No, it's P2 just behind router. It's not much. It's not much, but still a little bit.
And we've got a person who's just crashed at Magazine Beckett's. It's a Red Bull. And that's Harvey Lee's.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, I'm looking on the map. I see a Red Bull stationary there. He's gone. That's Harvey Lee's.
DNF.
That's a massive shame for him. What was he doing?
Place as Inemo, I believe.
What was he doing? Because he's just finished his medium run. He did 2 laps on those mediums. He didn't go for it again, did he? Risking it all. He crashed to where Inemo crashed. I'm bored with Seaworld Gamer. It's a 2.5.
Knight is next. So let's see what ISRL Knight can do.
25.7.
7 on the softs though, so it's not a very strong lap. Seep as well.
There he is then. Seaworld Gamer, what can he do? It's going to be a 8th place. Not really good enough for him.
I think they'll have to go out again.
There's
Mark's
Mark.
on the lap. Yeah, Mark. He's gone out again on these mediums. He went in again on these mediums, and then he went out again on the mediums. That's not something
quite
you
odd.
normally see. Yeah.
He improved slightly in the first sector though. Did Mark. He makes his way through cops. And now he's making his way to the fastest corners. Magazine Beckett's carried the speed in. I think he took too much curve on that entry, do you think?
Definitely not good. Very bad, actually. Yeah.
He lost a bit of time, and I think he's about to back off.
Follow it off. Yep.
He's turned the ERS off, so he's definitely coming to the pits of this lap. Het Bompje, what's he doing out there? He's currently down in P14 with a 26.1. He messed up his first lap. He's 2/10 up in the first sector, so that's a big improvement for Het Bompje. So must have made a mistake in that first sector then if he's gaining that much time in the first sector alone. Marcus Beckett is very nice through there. And it's a 2.2, 5/10 quicker than his previous best.
So he's probably going for P3 at the moment. Or P4. Something around there. Let's see if this final sector you can clutch it up. Looks very good. Nice apex here.
Very smooth from hip bump, yeah.
Onto the finish line. Yeah, that was a good final sector. I think, yeah, very good. P3 for a bump, yeah. Nice
right.
for him. Tim is on the lap. Let's see what he can do. Oh, already 3 times up. So he messed up last time on his lap. I think. I wonder, did he do his?
Yeah,
yeah, on mediums he was.
Yeah.
Someone else on that. No, it's just Tim.
Yep, Harvey Lee said he effed up his lap, so that rather confirms it.
Yeah. The winner from 2 seasons ago, eh?
Yeah, man, he fought a brilliant race against Ferg 2 seasons ago. I remember those two battling. It was the last lap it came down to as Tim goes on the grass just a bit. He's a 2.2, he's gained 6 tenths or 7 tenths in that middle sector, so on course for a good lap time, but bearing in mind he did set his best lap time on the medium tyres, so expect to find that time on these softs. I think he's carried a bit too much speed through there, and he has to go back into the pits. He's got 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in this session.
He make it, but that will cost him another soft set, which is... Those are quite... Yeah.
That is rather frustrating. How would that affect you as a driver, Joachim, knowing that you've done a good lap, but coming into Stowe, you just mess it up?
Must be frustrating. Must be.
I've done it plenty of times as a driver.
Yeah. I know.
We've got Origin Gamma, of course you know. We've got Origin Gamma out there on the soft compound tyres, and his best lap time is on the mediums at 25.9. So he's working on trying to get himself in the top 10 onto the
what he can do. He looked very quick in Q1, so see if he can. Oh, that's a 26.9 low. It's even quicker than Peace.
I like his helmet, purple helmet.
Of course you do.
Alright then, so he continues his way onto the old pit straight. Now making his way through Cops. Will he take a flight like Peace did? Slight lift off from him. Oh, a little bit of lag there. So I thought he made a mistake, but he didn't. Coming through Magnus and Beckett.
These guys are gonna slipstream. Because Wouter is out again. On mediums.
I dare say he messed up slightly through Magnus and Beckett. He lost his rhythm a bit there, but he still gains time.
Yeah, and the Mercedes guys are slipstreaming. AJ 2 minutes point 3. So he's a bit slower, but he'll gain that time back with his slipstream from Wouter. It wasn't too good of a slipstream, so it won't gain him much. Let's see what Gamma can do first.
Apparently, have you seen it, Joachim? Apparently he's on the medium compound tyres, Walter, is that right?
Yeah, but he's only out to slipstream and steam. And Gamma, P4, what can AJ do? Coming across the line now. P8,
that's not good enough from AJ, that's not good enough I dare say. We've got Mark out there, we've got Steban, we've got Tim, but Tim, where is he?
No, he's just coming out now. Oh, he's out late.
Tim.
I think it's... Yeah, Bonk is out very late too. He's out again. Why would you go out again? He's probably safe.
Tim needs to get a move on. He really does.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's first see what Mark can do. He set his best time on mediums.
I think he's messed up in that middle sector. He's messed up.
Still 2-0. Imagine what it would have been if he didn't mess up. Probably lost like 2 tenths.
Now makes his way through still. All he's aiming for is to get inside the top 10, but knowing he made a mistake through there can lead to a psychological effect in Q3. Takes the curb, he rides the curb.
Quite risky when you know that you're out of in the drop zone at the moment, but he made it. Steban is next. I think he's lining up to go again. Yeah. Oh no, that's it. It's P10. Well, that must be over for him.
Jimu Vizza, you expect this guy, apparently he's just invalidated it, no, it's his outlap, but you expect this guy to get himself inside the Q3.
AJ went out again. Oh, he's improving by a lot actually. See what AJ can do. Improving by 3 tenths, and he's gonna improve by 3 tenths again. P4 for AJ, so that's a good lap. See who's next. Ferrari.
Yeah, I think Tim and Het Bompje are going to make it. They've got 20 seconds left to go. Yeah, they're making it. Where's ISO09? He's making his way to the first set to 27.1.
Seep is next. Seep, oh, he's improving by a lot. 1 minute 2.1 coming into the final sector. Let's see what he can do. It's 25.8 right now on the clock, and he goes to P5 with a 0.3. Oh, it's so close.
Checker flag is out. And sadly, Sync Rudy has invalidated it. Where's T Griff? T Griff's next across the line in the Ferrari. We're gonna
Also
make sure.
0.2, a lot of 0.2, so close, and he goes to P7. I don't think Rudy will make it, but he can do the alternate strategy that way, so it might not be a disaster. Let's see who's next. It's Alpha Tauri. Is that Mark on another lap? Nah.
Is it Knight? Knight's next
Yeah,
into?
Knight's next. Yeah, Knight is next at 0.3. Oh, he goes deep again. He's done it like every time now. He really needs to brake a bit earlier for that corner, so that he can get a better exit. Knight now through the final corner. He only needs to improve by about a 10th.
No, he doesn't.
By 2 tenths actually.
We're waiting for Giroud now. Giroud's the next one with Tim. Tim down in P15. He's where is he? What's he doing? There he is on the straight. To 2 Williams. Can they get himself into Q3?
He goes to P6, so Rudy is out.
What about the other
Tim
Williams?
is next, I think. Yeah, a Bompje still needs, and Tim. Okay, so Rudy is out. Tim can maybe knock out Mr. BT as well. See if he can. Takes a wide
I don't think
line,
he can. He can't. He can't. No, he can't.
Nope, he doesn't. And Bompje goes to P3. So
Was that a brand new set of tires from Head Bompier?
Yeah, very stupid in my opinion, because now he can only do one more lap in Q3 on the setup sauce.
Yeah, I think that was not a wise decision considering he was already safe, Head Bompier.
Yeah.
Maybe precautionary, but he could have came back in the pits.
So, Rudy, to be fair, he is on the prime position for the alternate strategy, so it's not too bad of a position, but obviously annoying to go out in Q1 or Q2 soon. But look how close it just is. Imagine if Harv set the time on softs as well, Mr. BT would have been out, probably. So. It's very close. Quite an exciting Q3 pro coming up.
And I knew it misses somebody. Indian Jesus. Hello mate, how are you? How's it going? What are you doing? How come you're not racing tonight?
He's not here now.
He won the Brazilian Grand Prix last season, did the Indian Jesus. He's an odd podium sitter. He comes out of nowhere sometimes and just scores those podiums. So Walter quickest then, only by 300 ahead of Total P. His head Bob Piet also got some decent pace on his hands too in P3. Mark down in P4 10th off. AJ in P5 in the Mercedes. Steve Raw Gamer in P6 ahead of FRO Giroud. Then comes to Griff in the Ferrari along with Orange and Gamma and Mr. BT in the Ferrari too. Our drivers that got knocked out is Sync Rudy, Tim, Knight, Staban and Harvey Lees, who crashed in Magnussen Beckett's like Nemo did.
Yeah. Honestly, I reckon Wouter will get pole, but after that, it's complete lottery when you get it.
If Mark can get his lap hooked together and makes no mistakes and is consistent throughout all of it, I dare say he's in contention for pole. They're all in contention for pole, obviously, but Wouter P's.
They're all in contention, but I think Wouter, he did that lap at the beginning, but the track grip, was at his lowest. So,
and
considering that, I think he has the biggest chance to get pole.
Good luck with your exams, Indian Jesus, and hello Troy, mate. Nice to see you here. What are you not racing this season? As we enter Q3 then, who was our pole sitter last season? Can you remember? Was it Ferg? I don't think it was.
I think that was Harvey too. Or no, that's 2 seasons ago. I don't. Last season I wasn't here for the final round.
Both Racing Points took each other out last race.
Racing Points.
Yeah, Racing Point last season, they both took each other out. In this corner where Pease is. They didn't take each other out, they were in separate instants, but they spun in the same place, let's just say.
Oh, okay. Well, Mark is out first. Bomb is out as well, so I think that will be on a used set first. I still don't understand the decision that he went out the second time in Q1.
So we've got 2 people left in the pits. Mr. BT is coming out, so Giroud Vizza is the last driver that will make an appearance on the track. The first one is the AlphaTauri, and that's going to be Mark. No Strauss or Dual in the AlphaTauri this time.
Yeah. But Dual out in Q1. How the mighty have... Oh my god. He's a two-time champion, and he's in Q1.
Yeah. We ain't got our last season's champion, Ferg. I'm missing him. Hopefully he comes back.
Yeah, that's a very big driver to miss. Yeah.
Here's Mark then.
Be even more excited. Yeah.
We're gonna take his board. You go on board with Mark.
Okay. Well, into corner 1, I think that's Abby. Into turn 2. Now into turn 3, the loop section. Looks very good up till now. Into turn 4, I want to take a nice apex, which he definitely does. Nice apex as well, so no time loss there. Opening up the DRS for the Wellington straight. Let's see what his first sector will be. A 26.9 low. I think that's the fastest we've seen up till now. Now into Laffield. Here, very hard to get the right exit. As you can see, he loses the car a bit, but still pretty decent exit. Now into Woodcut, coming up to Cops. Is he gonna do it flat? No, he's gonna do a little downshift, so a bit of engine braking. So not really flat. Now into Beckett and Chapel. He again takes it tight.
He took the same line last time.
He really can't seem to get it right. Loses a lot of time again. And I think Wout is behind him. He is on a 1:19 again. So he's doing a lot better. Now into Stomark. This one is going nicely. Last chicane will go nicely probably as well. Everything is going pretty good, apart from that Beckett section.
He needs to get that sorted out.
Yeah. I mean, I can see what he's doing wrong. He goes to the 0.5, but probably Wout will go to 0.1 again. Yes, he does.
Here comes C. P2.
0.3. Ooh, that's the fastest he's done yet. Gamma 0.5, just a bit slower than Mark. Oh, it's going really quick now. Peace P2. Who's next? Boompje P4 with a 0.4. Who's next?
T-Griff.
Oh, he's not on a good lap here. He will be 0.7. AJ's, oh, he's on a pretty decent one. P4 for AJ. Mercedes are looking very strong.
And Jeroen Visser has validated it.
Mr. BT is on a lap though. Ooh, bit wide, but make sure he doesn't get it invalidated. Oh, that was basically perfect. Going for that nice exit, BT. And he does a 0.5 V6. So, again, it's very close. Let's see what the differences are. 5 tenths.
Newcomer of Wouter already smashing the competition. P is in second place. He raced last season at the British GP, almost could have won the race, but had too many penalties on his hands. He dropped down, and yeah, he's run out of fuel, it seems like, has Peas.
Yep. But yeah, the gap is only 700 between Peas and Wouter, so still definitely pull on the table for P.
Nice job from Origin Gamma down in P8 to get himself into Q3, and he's currently P8 so far, so he's doing a good job there after making a comeback.
Ironic. It's kind of ironic that the Q1 time from Wout is the quickest at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. 25.0 isn't it from Q1?
Yeah. That must have been a really good lap.
Mark, I expect to improve massively if he gets that Magnussen Beckett sorted out, because he takes an odd line at that second part of Magnussen Beckett, doesn't he? Leads him onto the grass or something.
No, he takes. Okay, you have the first little left-hander.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and then you have the right-hander, and then you have another left-hander. But for the left-hander, he doesn't really open it up. He just takes it very tight, which makes him, go automatically very tight for the right-hander. It's a very weird line he takes, and yeah, he doesn't really seem to get it right.
Under 6 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Last part, Jeroen Visser has not set a lap time yet because he invalidated on his last run. So currently pole sitter is Walter, under a 10th ahead of total P's. We've got C-Raw Gamer down in P3, that's a good performance from him. AJ in P4, just a few hundreds away from C-Raw Gamer. Head Bompier, another outstanding performance from him again in P5. Mr. BT in his debut for CRL has done a good job. Mark in P7, just a few hundreds away from Mr. BT, but we know he can find more time, especially in Magnussen Beckett, and a little bit of a bad exit coming out of Luffield as well. Origin Gamma in P8 done a good job as well. We've got 3 drivers under 0.5s, And to Griff on his debut, P9 25.7, and Giroud hasn't set a lap time yet. We've got 5 minutes left to go in this session, and we've got more action to come. Who will take pole position? Will it be Walter? Will it be Piers? Or will it be anybody else? Can it be C Raw Gamer? Or can it be Mark?
Can be anyone really. I mean, Giroud is still in contention as well. It's just, I wouldn't know. If Mark can get that maggots right, he could easily gain those 310s, honestly.
Plus, he made
completely over the grass.
He lost the back end slightly coming out of Luffield, so he could definitely find a hell of a lot of time if he just knows what he's doing wrong and rectify his mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's the third time I've seen him do the exact same thing in Max Beckers. He needs to adjust it a bit and change it up because he can't keep doing that. He knows it's not working. He needs to find a different strategy or way to find his way through Max Beckers safely and quickly as possible. So I just saw Mercedes come out of the pits, and that's AJ, so we'll go on board with him as his first driver to make his way out of the pits. AJ in 4th place. Looks like he was a bit of danger in Q1 but managed to find his rhythm. Unlike his brother who's currently knocked out and probably watching this stream right now, sadly for him.
I reckon Mercedes will slipstream again, seeing AJ coming out this early.
You think? Maybe, yeah. I think I agree with you there, Joachim. Walter, if the slipstream can work, he can find himself in the high 24s.
Yeah, that can make the difference for Paul.
His quickest time, ironically, like you said, is a 25.0 in Q1.
Q1, yeah. So that must have been a real good lap, because then the track grid is such lower.
We've got an AJ supporter, which is Digweed. Hello Digweed, how are you doing, mate? The two Mercedes are looking strong. Out of the teammates, I dare say both Mercedes are looking strong. At the strongest lineup, I'd say, is Walter, AJ, Piers and Jeroen. Would you say the same?
Sorry.
The strongest lineup: Walter, Walter and AJ, Piers and Jeroen. In fact, Jeroen and Piers are in a different team, aren't they?
No, I think they're on. No, yeah. Piers is Alpine. Jeroen is, I think, with BC.
Yeah, darker colour got caught me out a bit. Right, AJ then going for his last lap time. Let's see what he can do.
No slipstream.
Yeah, Walter's still in the pit lane, so he's waiting a bit. We've got a few people. We've got Head Bomb here. We've got Mr. BT. Hooks up that he hooks up the apex nicely. Does AJ uses a lot of curve when he exit, and on this one as well, kisses the apex coming out of that corner. Traction looks like he's got it sorted out. Will he use the slipstream? No, he won't. He doesn't move to the left and try and get a little slipstream. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 27.0 in the first set. So 300s quicker. Locks up slightly. Still managed to hit the apex and drifts a bit out wide to get a really good exit quit out there. Doesn't use the curb as much as I thought he would.
That's fine. You don't really have to use it. I mean, Sector 1, the lines were good, but he doesn't really take the speed. I think that's the main problem with AJ. That his lines are pin perfect on his lap. So I reckon his Sector 2 will be very good. So now it's been very solid. This one as well, taking the speed, yeah, I think it will be, yeah, 1/10 up. So he's going for P2 at the moment. See if he can finish it on a high this lap.
Keep an eye on AJ this season. I reckon he can.
Oh
no! And that's him done.
Yeah, that's him done.
That's a shame.
That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. He was on a good lap.
It's not the first driver I've seen do that. Who was it? It was
Mr. BT is next. Mr. BT is next. Now coming up to Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, misses the apex. That's gonna cost him throughout the whole section.
Yeah, I don't think so, Troy.
Good exit though. So, he recovered quite nicely. T-Grip behind him is also on an improvement, and behind there is that Bompje. Let's see if he is improving. He is as well. Okay, so a lot of people on an improvement at the moment. Let's see what Mr. BT can do now in the final sector. Yeah, very nice this as well. Let's see what he can do. Will it be P3 maybe? Yes,
it is.
P3
That's a good job from him.
Now the other Ferrari, you go to P6, only 2 times off. It's so
here comes that Bompje, keep it on him.
Go for pole. He might go. Oh, very bad last sector. He's only P5.
Mark, what's Mark going to do? No, it's an outlap, sorry. Got a bit too excited there.
I think Jeroen is next.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, Jeroen.
101.9.
He's on for pole, boys. He's on for pole. But Wouter did a .8 in sector 1, so...
Don't mess it up now, Jeroen. Really crucial. Don't invalidate. There we go. Now coming up to the final 3 corners. Can he get pole position? Can he take it away from Wouter, his fellow Dutchman? Don't go too wide. Oh!
That could have costed
It's
him
pole!
0.0. Gamma goes into the pit, so it's over for him. Let's see. Next one is Wouter. Oh, let's see what he can do.
Here we go.
Oh, he's only a little bit. Let's see what piece. The piece invalidated. Piece invalidated. It's over for him. It's over. So it's all up to Wouter, his final sector. He did mess up a bit, Jeroen, so maybe he can catch it back up. Oh, it takes so much speed on that exit. He might have it. Wouter.
Oh! That was so close.
Sheep,
there it is.
Sheep and Mark. Sheep invalidated. Sheep is done. Mark on a .8. Oh my god. Mark might get it.
Come on, Mark. Keep it nice and tidy, mate.
He finally got the Meckets and Beckets right.
I know he takes a lot of curb into this corner, which he doesn't do like he did the last run. What's it gonna be? It's pole for Mark at 25.0. Mark has taken pole position in the season opener of CRL in Silverstone. Wow, good job from Mark at 25.0. 300s quicker than Wouter, an extra 300s quicker than Jeroen Visser. Wow, well done to Mark, but we've still got the race to come ahead. AlphaTauri on pole position at the British GP, Wouter in P2. Mark finally hooked it together. Finally.
Yeah. Well, when it matters, he hooked it together. So
messed up 3 times in a row in Maggie Zebekis, so finally got it right. We didn't see his Maggie Zebekis because I was too late going on board with him, but finally got it hooked together.
Must have been good. 25-0.
T-Griff needs to retire because he's in the pits, so he needs to retire from session. Hello, Caleb, mate. How are you? Nice to see you here, my fellow Cone Championship buddy. Mark denied me the Cone Championship win due to my mistake. Mark pole position 200s ahead of Jeroen Visser, Wouter P2, total P's and P4 ahead of Mr. BT. Mr. BT in his debut for CRL has done an amazing job. Seareal Gamer in P6 ahead of Het Bompje in the Alfa Romeo. AJ in P8 in a Mercedes behind his old team. T-Drift down in P9 ahead of Origin Gamma.
Yeah, what a quality. What a quality. Never disappoints, does it, Zero? Never disappoints.
Nah. If only Ferg was here, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he's not here, so let's not be too about it.
Imagine if he was here, the competitiveness of CRL. Imagine how competitive it would be.
But he's not here, and as I think a bumpy set, sunny rays as well, so all dry. As it seems, because the sky looks quite blue.
Hopefully it's like this tomorrow when I'm going out.
I hope so for you.
For the iNemo fans, he will start in last place because he crashed in Q1 at Magazine Beckett. So did Harvey Lees.
Yeah, but he's not gonna start last because he did in Q2. That bridge on the pit straight, that isn't there in real life, right?
I think it is, and just never noticed it. I never looked up at the sky.
I've never noticed it.
I don't know, mate. I think it might be there. I'm not quite sure.
Well, I don't know.
Alright then, guys. People in the chat, give me your predictions. Who is going to win the British GP? Formation lap on.
I think it's too hard to call right now who is gonna win this one, but if I will do a prediction, I think Jeroen. I think we'll have it.
I see A few people saying iNemo, but iNemo needs to do a last to first performance. Yeah, people saying iNemo, but he's currently down in P20.
A lot of supporters, yes. Well, definitely look out for Rudy and Tim on the mediums. Alternate strategy is very good, so.
Tim Schwetpop, someone says. Jeroen Vizzer, AJ. AJ's currently down, where is he? P8.
Yeah,
Where's Tim? Tim is... Bumpy's left. Can you send him over? Cheers. So, we've got P's, we've got a Tim, we've got iNemo. Krishna, where's Krishna? He's currently down in P16. He's got a lot of work to do from the back there. What's my prediction? I'd say... Oh, I don't know, I'd say Wouter. We've got 16 people watching, 20 drivers. We've got Mark in P1, we'll go with a tyre strategy. So, one driver on the hard compound tyres, which is doable. Mark in P1, Wouter P2, Jeroen P3 with P's in P4, Mr. BT in P5, Seville Game in 6, Bob P P7, who's currently left the session, AJ P8, Tegriff P9, Origin Gamma P10, Sync Rudy, Tim in 12th place, Seeb spun apparently, Knight P13, Steban P14, there he is, the Aston Martin coming back into the
he's
grid.
gonna have dirty tires, so he's gonna back off.
Harvey Lee's P15, Krishna P16, Double, the only driver on the hard compound tyres, Bompia has joined back, Nathan in P18, CD Real DC P19, iNemo, who's currently in last place. It's going to be an interesting one. Then who will get a better start of the line? Will it be Mark? Will it be Wouter as we make our way into turn 1 and turn 2?
And you do the start.
The DRS train. Yeah, the DRS train will come in to effect here. Away we go. They didn't see the lights, but it looks like who's got a better start? I think, yeah, Mark's got a better start with Wouter and P2. Side by side goes Total P's and Jeroen Vizzer as we come on to turn 2 now. Down the inside goes Wouter into turn 3. Can he make it? Down the inside goes P's on Jeroen Vizzer. Jeroen Vizzer is coming back down the inside. And looks like Mark has stayed ahead, but they're side by side now as they come out of turn 4 and turn 5. Coming onto the Wellington straight. Total P's and Jeroen Vizzer still having their scrap behind. Wouter has taken the lead off of Mark as he makes his way into first place. Then further back, what we've got further back, Mr. BT in P5 there, ahead of C4 Gamer to Griff in P7 there, trying to go down the inside of the Aston Martin, but the Aston Martin has the better racing line, and he takes P6 back away, and Head Bompier's coming in last place. There he is, then in 20th, he must have spun or something, and he left again, or sadly for him he's left. So, Wouter leads ahead of Mark. Someone's just gone off in the background, that's ISO 09, ISO 09 has retired. Yeah. Would that be a safety car?
It doesn't seem like it. Carry on. We could see he's now going for P5. No, he doesn't. Oh, side by side as well between Mark and P's. Mark from pole position. He might be dropping back to third.
Two Total P's trying to go around the outside. He's got off the track though. Will that cost him a warning? He goes back down the inside. That's an overtake off the track, I dare say, from Total P's. In reality, you have to give that back, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, so P's gonna have to watch out. Wouter might break the DRS.
Can't afford to fight too much. Somebody's going down the grid. Yeah, the graphics are messing up again. Apologies about that. The leaderboard's going all over the place. Jeroen Vizzer going wide as Total P's locks up then as we head on to lap 2 out of 26. Well, first retirement goes to ISO 09. I think he crashed down at Cops. Must have gone very wide through there. DRS is not enabled if you're wondering why he's not opening it. But what's the gap between first and second? I don't quite know because.
Amazing graphics.
You would have thought they sorted it out by now, as Total P's has a bit of understeer coming out of Luffield then.
It was already a problem last game, so they didn't fix it, and we have it this game as well, so they probably won't fix it again. We're gonna have to wait another year.
Yep, sadly for us, but hopefully Mark's found his rhythm now. He's slotting in behind Total P's rather nicely now, and is Total P's in DRS range of Wouter? Can I guess from here? I don't know.
Now on the split, we're gonna see now, but I don't think he is.
I don't think. I'm not sure if he is or not. But look at Giroud Vizza on the back of Mark. I don't think he's going to use all of his EOS just yet because that'll be an unwise thing to do. Needs to think long distance. Does Giroud Vizza? Stays in P4. Any overtakes happening further behind? Not really. Harvey leads in P11 from P15, so he's made up 4 places off the grid. Duel has overtaken the real DC. The real DC has spun coming out of Stowe.
Oh, it's just not within the second, but he's using now P's. He's using ERS. Detection is here. And he is...
That's helped Pease a lot because he needs to defend from Mark, and he's got the DRS to try to protect himself from it. The detection poised just before the third corner, that white line, and he... Nope.
He's not in.
Is Mark going for an early move?
A little bit more ERS, he would have been in.
Oh, down the inside goes Mark. That's a late move from him. Total Pease. He just let him by.
Yeah, just let him by. I don't know why, because just giving Wouter just more enough of an advantage.
The gap is 1.4 seconds. They can't afford to squabble too much because they'll lose connection with him and Wouter. They need that 1 second DRS to try and catch up and stay in the slipstream. But the second and third place fighting is really helping out Wouter a lot. And Total Pease is going to get DRS off the back of Mark. He's close enough to try and make a move. Messes up his line slightly coming to Magnus and Beckett's almost lost it. Coming out of Magnus and Beckett. Seems gone off the...
He's not off the... Well, he was off the track, but...
Oh! Giroud has spun! He hit the back of Total Pease. He saves the car.
Sieb as well. He had dirty tires and he just lost it on his own.
Yeah, Total Pease got hit. Here comes Christian down the inside. That's not enough room there. And he spun.
Tim almost hits him. So Nathan goes by. He started almost last and he's already up into P11. So good start from him.
Sink Rudy has set the fastest lap. Nathan's teammate down in P8.
Look at Rudy. He's on 8 mediums. Come on. Of course, he's my Sink buddy. So
highest medium runner as Total Pease now is in the back of Mark. Yeah, the gap is 1.6, so they're losing time to Wouter.
I don't think it was a smart move from Pease and Mark to battle on lap 1, so it's really just gonna cost him for the rest of the race, basically.
Mr. BT's up in 4th place.
If you want to win, you need to have the DRS to save more than the leader, and in that way win it in the long game. But they don't have DRS, so...
Another spinner, and that's Seaworld Gamer again. He won the British GP last season, and now he's fallen all the way down to 17th place behind his teammate Steban.
Impatience, it seems.
Maybe
the lack of, how do you call it, experience from Seaworld League Racing.
Here comes Total Pease.
Oh, now he's passed again, yeah.
That was an early move to make that. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, because these two squabbling is allowing Wild to pull away. They need to think long game here as AJ is trying to overtake Mr. BT. Mr. BT, good pace in P4. He's got his teammate behind AJ's. AJ makes a mistake coming out that corner. Where's Nemo? He was on the back of Tim, but he's currently down in P13 as Giroud Vizza has set the fastest lap of the race. He's down in P10, so he needs to make gains again.
Tim already with a time penalty. Quick.
Mr. BT's made a mistake. He's made a mistake. He's allowing AJ to get close. He's up the back of him. Mr. BT has got DRS. He lost traction coming out of turn 4. And here comes AJ down the inside of Brooklands. An easy move as Total Pease has got a penalty already, Joachim.
Yeah. It's kind of his... kind of what he's known for right now, taking a lot of penalties. Yeah.
Well, he did this at the British GP last season. He could have won the race, but he collected so many penalties.
I just want to say as well, AJ from 8th on the grid, he's making some amazing progress. And he's now up into 4th, so really doing well.
We've got a big DRS train behind Torif, the Ferrari driver. Origin Gamma is all over the back of him. And Giroud Vizza's got a 3-second time penalty. So these penalties are kicking in so quickly. And here comes Origin Gamma. Will he make a move down the inside? No, he does not. Late move? No, he doesn't.
So gap 2 seconds with Wouter. It's not really extending too much, but it is by a bit. Bit by bit.
Just got a massive DRS train at the moment. Sink Rudy then sits in nicely behind Origin Gamma, the soft runner.
Yeah, AJ fastest lap. He's really fast. Looks like he can maybe make a move on Mark, but that will be hard as Mark has DRS and slipstream on Peace.
I want to look at the most gain and most lost. I think it's quite obvious the most lost, but I'm trying to find it. Where is it? There's position change. So the most gain is Nathan and Inemo combined. Inemo started down in last place. He's currently in P13. Same with Nathan. He's currently in P11, just behind Jeroen. Jeroen has obviously made that mistake. At Stowe hit the back of P's. He'll be frustrated.
Nathan also looking good, by the way. He's in a good position.
He's practiced a lot with Total P's. As Total P's has got another penalty, and he's currently down to P3. He's made a mistake coming out of Cops, and AJ's gone through. Mark has gone through. He's currently down in P4, so Total P is under big pressure now. And he's got Mr. BT on the back of him. Penalties on lap 6 is not doing him any good whatsoever. And here comes AJ then, not to make the move just yet behind Mark, because we've got a yellow flag, and that is DC who spun coming out of Cops.
Whoa, down the inside of Mark. Going for the switch. The gap is already 3 seconds too low. It's kind of. Oh, as AJ loses it. It's kind of annoying me. It's like. Work together. It's stint 1. If you want to have a chance of winning, you should work together, but.
Way too early stages to fight in this race into Jochum.
Yeah. I mean, how I normally look at a league race. First stint, you just settle in, make sure you don't get any warnings, make sure you're in the train of the leader, because then you will still have a chance of winning, whatever happens. And then sector 2 you can mainly start thinking about overtaking. I mean, you can do it in stint 1, but as long as it's like, you can stay in the DRS train and stuff. But they're not doing that. And it's costing them so much, and Wout is just running away with the race now. He's not even pushing, I think.
Look at this, from P2 all the way down to like P13 there's a big DRS train.
Yeah. And Mark, he has so much ERS, so much, almost 90%. But he's not using anything. He's not using anything. It's like he wants Wout to win at the moment. Yeah.
AJ too far back to make a move into Stowe. Anybody else threatening to make an overtake? No, we're not yet there. It's just one big DRS train at the moment, and like you said, Walter is pulling away from the rest of this train, but Harvey Lees has got past his teammates in the pit, so has he undercutted all of them? Hopefully he hasn't got full wind damage, but would you say it's now the time to pit?
Yeah, I think if you want to go for mediums, this is about lap 8, 9, 10 will be the window.
It could be very smart from Orange and Gamma, you know, because all of this is stuck in the DRS train, and overheating the car, sliding around in the dirt. Yeah, as Pease has spun, like I said.
Oh no.
The slow corner of turn 4, he's lost the rear end, and he's down in P13. Yeah, his race is done, I dare say, from him.
Yeah. I mean, Pease is just, his pace is there, but it's just the penalties and the mistakes. They're just gonna cost him too much in this long championship.
Dare say keep an eye on Orange and Gamma when the rest of these pit. Mr. BT is currently out of DRS range now of AJ. AJ trying to overtake Mark. Will be a Mercedes 1-2 if he does so. But Mark defended desperately as he took pole position in this race, but it hasn't gone well for him so far. He's got a 3.1 second gap to make up. And AJ's not going to make an overtake into this corner. He's way too far back to do so. What about the two Ferraris down in P4 and P5? The two Ferraris on their debuts are doing a fantastic job so far. And that's a Alpine who's just spun again. We've got a few drivers.
P1 is off. If that will be a safety car, that will be.
It's a safety car. Safety car's been deployed.
I think this is. Ah, okay. Now Wouter's passed the safety car, so it doesn't really matter that Jeroen pitted. Because he's just gonna have a delta like everyone else.
Oh, Origin Gamma is gonna be so frustrated. Where is he? He's currently in P15. There he is, looking to try and make an undercut on those guys ahead. But the safety car has came out at the wrong time, and Origin Gamma.
It is frustrating, yeah.
So now Jochum, now the safety cars come out. The top 5 will pit those soft runners. They're going to be regrouped, and hopefully they can work together, or like you said, just stick with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that means Sync will take the lead of this race. Sync Rudy in P1 ahead of Harvey Lees, Nathan P2.
Well, this is not working out well for Rudy. If I was Rudy, I would just pit for Hearts.
I think the safety cars came at the right time for the softwares. I'd say just when they're about to pit.
Yeah, perfectly for softs, but for mediums, it's killing their race. The pit takes so long for a pit stop here. If you stay out, you're in Rudy's position. You will never gain the time back.
What about
You might as well go Hearts.
The two Ferraris? They're gonna double stack Joachim, and the two Mercedes too. We're gonna see some people lose out the pit lane.
Oh, that's painful. Yeah. But if I was Rudy, I would definitely pit to Hearts. I hope he thinks so too.
The two Mercedes and the two Ferraris will have to double stack. The two Williams.
Nathan will stay out. Nathan will stay out.
I think Nathan's got to stay out because his teammates in the pits and they can't afford to double stack and lose too much time in the pit lane. As Tim has got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Duel, however.
The safety car, Tim. Oh my god. It's the most unnecessary penalty you'll ever see.
Where's Duel? He's coming into the pits now on the hard compound tyres.
Oh, AJ lost so much.
But that's the problem when a safety car comes out and you're behind your teammate on the same strategy.
Yeah, I think Rudy will gain a lot. Oh, Rudy went on to softs. Oh,
wow, he's optimistic, isn't he?
Good luck with that. So he's gonna need. Okay, well it is possible, but I reckon he'll have a puncture.
So Walter in P2, then Nathan did not pit, so he's going from mediums to softs, hoping that strategy will work for him. Obviously they'll be quicker towards the end, but will he pull back enough time to try and overtake those guys he needs to? Walter in P2, Mark in P3, Mr. BT P4. Giroud is back up to P5, so Giroud needs to settle down now and try and get back into a rhythm again. Sync Rudy, you expect him to be quick at the safety car restart on those soft compound tyres. AJ in P7 with Harvey Lees on the hard compound tyres. Wow, we've got a mixture of strategies going on here. And Nemo also on the hards ahead of Tim on the hards. We've got Tigriff on the medium compound tyres. Origin Gamma pitted before everybody else, and that's why he's down in P12 outside the points. Duel in P13. C4 Gamer, who's spun a few times in this race. Hopefully he can get his head back together. He's got no penalties, so get his head back together and try and just find some pace with the Aston Martin. Total P's in P15. Krishna P16. Real DC P17. Head Bompia. Is he here? I'm not quite sure.
No. Oh well, wait, yeah, he's driving again, but he's a lap down.
That's not the AI driving the car, is it? No, it's Head Bompia. Oh, yeah, it's Head Bompia. So what's he doing a lap down? How come he's a lap down?
Yeah, because he left.
I didn't think that would cost him a lap, would you?
Oh, if the AI is on 41, it would.
Oh, Hot Bompia, I feel so sorry for him. He's pitted now onto the medium compound tyres. That's quite strange because I don't think the AI is that slow. What's the AI on? Let's have a look. If I can find it, of course. 70. I don't expect him to be a lap down already. And onto medium tyres he goes. I don't think there's any point of him being in this race, do you? Because he's going to be behind everybody. Or almost everybody. He's going to have to unlap himself. And I don't know. If he could just unlap himself and just try and... I don't know. Yeah, Head Bompia's race has just gone down the drain ever since he left the session. Yeah. Bit of respect to him for still staying. If it was me, I would have left by now.
Yeah, I wouldn't even join back if I was him, but gotta respect it. So yeah, people that we can count off in this race are probably likes of DC because he's on hards. The hards are just so slow around this track. Krishna will still have a good chance for points, maybe. Total Piece is basically out because of his penalties.
Do you think people on the hard tyres made a bad choice? Do you think they should have gone to the mediums instead?
Considering the conditions, I think that's the best choice possible. They'll lose the least amount of time with this strategy, but of course it's a very bad strategy to have. One
person I already talked about is Mr. BT. He's done a good job so far, currently down to P4. His teammate is in P11. That's not his fault. It's a double stack under the safety car. He can't help it. He had to pit. So sadly for him, his teammate's taking the fall. down in P11. He would have been P5, but obviously that double stack under the safety car has cost him. So condolences to him down in P11. But his teammates doing a really good job so far.
Yeah.
Nathan's our race leader from
they both
P18.
were doing a very good job. That must be said. They were both doing very well. And they're both debutants, I believe. You know?
Kalen says Rudy looks strong, but that two-stop strategy I don't think is going to work unless there's another safety car.
No, he's not going to do a two-stop. He's not stupid, but he will just try to go to the end, trust me.
Wait, he didn't go soft, did he? He needs to make one more stop.
No, he started on mediums. That's
oh,
why.
I thought he was on the softs.
No. But whatever. Nathan, he's going to wait till the end and see where he goes.
You will go
The
now.
line's here, so he's going to know. Yeah, Wouter knew he was going to go because the line was right there. So that wasn't too smart.
and he spun!
Wouter has to back off and Mr. BT might take the
Mr.
lead.
P2 in P2.
Oh.
And here comes Mark down the inside of Rudy. Rudy's in P3 for P6. Look at that, we've got three cars going into turn 4. Giroux Visser is ahead of Mark. Mark's lost a lot of ground already on this restart. AJ up into P6. He's behind Mark now. Nathan is down in P17, so his strategy has been ruined. Sync Rudy up into P3 on the soft compound tyres. This is going well for him so far. We've got Tim versus Griff side by side coming through Luffield. Expect him to be quicker on those medium compound tyres. Here comes Orange and Garrett then down in P12, looking to make amends after that horrible first stint. Mr. BT is currently in P2 following Wouter. And Nathan's caught a lot of drivers out, hadn't
he? Yeah, just want to say Jeroen overtook 2 people around the outside of corner 3. That was amazing. That was the best move I've seen in a long while. But really now on those softs, he can make a move. Mr. BT is using all of his ERS. He wants to overtake now. As if Bumpy gets a penalty. Well, he's out of contention anyway. But that won't matter too much.
Sync
so really,
Rudy.
He needs to make an advantage of his softs now if he really wants to win.
Sync Rudy right behind Mr. BT, and C4 Gamer has got past Dual. He's currently in P12. While the tyres are still good, it's really important that Sync Rudy gets past Mr. BT as quick as possible. I don't want to spend too much time behind him. If he does,
really push his tyres as well, because that will cost him even more at the end. So really needs to play this tactically.
13 laps left in this race. Krishna's in the pits for some reason, so he's going on to a brand new set of tyres. Somebody got a 5-second time penalty, which is Tim. Yeah, Tim.
Yep. So what a hectic restart, and that really shuffled all the cars again.
You're right.
Mark down to P5.
Joachim, you are right by the way. He did start at P11, didn't he? Yeah, you're right. Mediums to softs. I thought he started inside the top 10.
No, I didn't. We just started.
T Griff is right behind Nemo for PA. Let's see what he's doing. Not going to make a move here because it cost him too much time and don't want to lose a lot of time behind
Surely
Harvey
Rudy
Lees.
is now going to go fast. They're both using all of their ERS. Rudy is just going to use a bit more.
If I was the floor, I'd just let him go because you can't afford to use too much ERS.
Don't take that kind of risk when you're in P3. That's way too risky for him.
So Sigrudy then moves up into P2 then. DRS will be enabled in another lap, I think. Walter sets another fastest lap of the race.
It's going to be enabled this lap. It's going to be enabled now. DRS enabled now.
You can see Sync Rudy is using a lot of ERS to try and close in on Walter.
Yeah, but he wanted to be in the DRS, but then... why didn't he use a bit more? I don't think he'll be in the DRS now.
Not quite sure. No, he's not. No. No DRS open for this one.
I reckon he needs to get past on the hanger straight. And then try to get him out of DRS, Wouter, and then maybe he has a chance to win. But such a stretch for Rudy. I can't see him make it. I just don't see it really working out.
Mark has just gone. It's just been a terrible race for Mark, even though, yeah, it's just not worked well. Giroux Visser's up into P4 ahead of Mark. That's quite. Things have turned around massively for Giroux after he spun early on in the race after making contact with P's, but he's back up to P4. And Mark in P5, it's just not gone well for him at all. And yeah, AJ is right behind Mark, but he can't make a move. He's too far back to do so into Stowe. But Rudy is now in DRS range and should be making an overtake rather soon if he can keep this pace up. It's just a massive DRS trade so far in this race. C-Raw Gabe is looking to get past Tim while he's on the... oh, almost made a mistake coming out of there. Lap
is now in the
15.
Pit, so. Alright, well, Rudy.
He's got about 13 laps to do on these soft tyres because the safety car ended like 12 or 13. So 30 laps to do on these soft tyres. Doable, but they will wear out towards the end. And there's Walter. He's not going to make an overtake here. It's too far back to do so. And what about Torif? Torif is going to make a move down the inside of Nemo for P8. They go side by side now. But Torif is ahead. And he moves himself up into P8 where he should be for the first stint. Look at C-Raw Gamer all over the back of Tim. But look at Sync Rudy then. Right behind Walter for P1. Expected to make an overtake into Stowe if he's close enough.
See with a penalty. That might cost him some points.
Origin Gamma has a 3-second time penalty, but here comes Rudy then.
Change of lead, but I reckon it won't be a permanent change. Because Wouter can just easily stay behind him in DRS. That's
Tim has got past Nemo. In fact, they're still fighting Nemo and Tim. Nemo trying to go around the outside as the inside line for the next corner. And Tim then gets a bit of a squabbly exit as Nemo then remains in P9, but he's under big pressure from Tim. And look at C4 Gamer all over the back of him. So Nemo then's got 2 cars to defend from. C4 Gamer desperately trying to make a move because he's on the medium compound tyres, the faster tyres at this stage of the Grand Prix. Here comes Total Peace down the inside of Dual. Dual has the inside line, doesn't want to make contact with Sieb, but Total Peace goes around the outside and he's up into 12th place. Dual then had to be careful not to make contact with C4 Gamer, otherwise he'll send him spinning, or himself. And C4 Gamer trying to go around the outside into Brooklands, has the inside line for Luffield and the extra grip on those medium compound tyres, but Tim fighting hard with him. Who gets a better exit? Sieb has a better exit and he moves up into the top 10. Or does he? Yes, he does. The Sieb should be making a move on Nemo soon on those medium compound tyres. As here comes Tim then all over the back of Seed Royal Gamer. Has more confidence going through those corners, but Walter is right behind Singh.
Yeah. Rudy is in big trouble because the mediums aren't on race pace. The mediums aren't that much slower, and over the laps they will only get faster compared to those softs. And with Walter in DRS, it's just gonna be impossible to get away.
You can see Seed Royal Gamer all over the back of Nemo. Then he's on the better tyres at this stage in the race. And when he gets ahead of him, T. Griff is the next target ahead of him. Nemo has already used a lot of... Look at that. Yep, he's definitely under massive pressure now coming on to the next straight. Because Several Game has seen the flashing light. He knows that Nemo has obliterated his EOS. So he can just wisely save it and use it and get past him. Then go on to his next target. Bless you. And there goes Several Gamer on Nemo down the inside. Easy move from him. As Nathan says, the fastest lap on the soft compound tyres, lonely in the race. Yeah, look at Walter then biding his time behind Rudy. He knows there's no rush to get past him. He knows he's on the better tyres so far. It's just a matter of time into Jochum for Walter to get past Rudy. The two Dutchmen.
Yeah. But I think Rudy shouldn't really stress it. Just let Walter by. Maybe save some... yeah, he's weaving as well, just letting him know that he should go past. I think Rudy should just now be thinking about saving tires, just trying to stretch it to the end.
Thing is,
worst case scenario, you might finish P4 or something, but he'll still make it. So.
Got a brilliant battle going on between iNemo, Tim trying to go around the outside of iNemo. iNemo struggling for pace here. They go side by side now. Comes the penultimate corner. Now is the final corner they go. Still side by side. Onto straight. iNemo slightly ahead, but Tim with the more ERS. Total Pieces right behind them both. iNemo goes wide. Total Pieces ahead also of his teammate. Oh, he's trying to go down the inside. No, that's not going to work. And he forces Tim off the track. And look at Origin Gamma going down the inside. Oh, what's going on there? Total Pieces just gone off the track. Yeah, Total Pieces right off the track then. And Origin Gamma right behind iNemo as well. So is iNemo on the back of Tim. And Origin Gamma going to go down the inside of iNemo. Into Brooklyn's we go. Side by side now. We've got Duel waiting in the wings there. Origin Gamma trying to go the long way round, but can't quite make it. Total P's is back in P14 then. And look at that. Origin Gamma has massive overspeed on iNemo. They're going to go around the outside into Cops we go. Oh, we spun! iNemo spun! And safely rejoins the track. Doesn't damage his car. It could just, doesn't need that whatsoever. But there's a big DRS train. Look at that. Rudy comes back on the race leader. Back into first place he goes on Walter. And Harvey Lees and the Ferrari are fighting. T. Griff has got past Harvey Lees for P7. And Jeroen Visser all over the back of Mr. BT then. Walter has no penalties, Jeroen Visser does. And AJ does as well down in P6. I didn't spot that until now. But AJ then with a penalty.
Mr. BT is still looking very good as well. Don't count him out. Maybe if something happens between Wout and Rudy, we can...
Tim and Origin Gamma are scrapping for P10. They go side by side as we come into turn 3 then. Tim going down the inside of Origin Gamma, but Origin Gamma has the better line coming into the next corner. There's Duel trying to go down the inside. We'll go back on board with Balto because he's right behind Sync Rudy. Sync Rudy stays ahead for the moment at least, but going back on board with those guys behind. There's Tim. Look, it's 3 wide going into Brooklyn's there. 3 to bed. Who's going to make it out on top? It looks... Oh, he's spun. There's a McLaren who spun. The Williams has spun.
And Origin Gamma, I think hit Duel, he might have damage.
3 cars involved in that accident. Total Tim managed to get away with it, but Total P's is up into P10 from P14. Then it's all happening down in the midfield. And there's Walter.
The top 6. Oh, they're so close to each other.
Here comes Walter on Rudy again. Back for the lead. They're going to keep exchanging positions. Oh, I thought yeah.
This will keep on going for the next few laps until Rudy really drops off with those souls.
After a poor start to the race, Severo Gamer is in P9. He's back in the points and he's fighting Harvey Lees and to Griff for P7 and P8. So Severo Gamer then has managed to find his feet and his rhythm. And there's 6 laps to go. This race has been quick, hasn't it, Joachim?
Yeah. Only 6 laps, yeah, it's going quick. But I'm just really focusing on Rudy on board, seeing when he's gonna drop off. Looks like he's still okay for now, but of course he's still 6 laps to go.
I'm just hoping what we can see.
Doesn't seem like much, but it is quite a lot considering he's in softs and already 9 laps on them. Normally the maximum is about 10 laps, and he still needs another 5 laps after that.
Underrated performance from Mr. BT so far. Currently down in P3, no penalties, no mistakes. I can't really jinx him, I don't want to jinx him, but he's currently doing a very good job in P3, and he's right behind Sync Rudy as well. Could he be contention for the lead? But Jeroen Visser has more cornering speed or more confidence compared to Mr. BT. Mr. BT does not have DRS. Jeroen Visser does. And he's just opened it, so Mr. BT's just forgotten to open it or something. And Jeroen Visser's going to go down the inside into Stowe. They go side by side now. Wheel to wheel racing. He's spun. He's going to hit the wall. And he's out of the race. Ouch.
And I think that's to blame on Jeroen himself. He just... In my opinion, Mr. BT left more than enough space. More than enough.
Well, that's one contender out of the way.
Really, yeah, unfortunate for Jeroen, but... Yeah. Big risk to take in race 1 with a penalty, in my opinion.
Just a massive shame. People like Jeroen, Total P's, just wasted their potential by being too impatient.
Well, but that wasn't his fault.
I don't think Mr. BT. I think he gave him plenty of space. Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he left more than enough for to do, but he just didn't maximize the inside enough. In IRL, Mr. BT would have spun, but
The graphics of the game says different.
yeah, but it was tire to tire, and front tire normally wins to rear tire in games.
I'm glad that wasn't a safety car because we didn't really need one towards the end of the race, do we?
Yeah, not. Yeah, I mean for Rudy it would have been a dream come true, but yeah, already starting lap 22 in a sec. Starting to believe Rudy might make it, but his tires will drop off massively at the end, so he won't win it. Oh, Mr. BT sets the fast lap.
Could
If
he?
Mr. BT wants to have a chance, he needs to overtake Rudy fast before they drop off those softs. Like
Rudy has wasted a lot of ERS, so Mr. BT has that advantage, but Mr. BT doesn't know that because he can't see the flashing light yet on the back of his car. So Mr. BT does have more ERS compared to Sync, but Sync Rudy, what Mr. BT needs is Sync Rudy to get outside the 1 second range of DRS and try and hunt him down and close him and overtake him, but that's not happening so far. But Mr. BT has done a really good job currently in P3. And his teammates did a good recovery drive from P12 to P6 after that double stack at the safety car restart. So both Ferraris have done a fantastic job so far. Really impressed with their pace in this race. Especially Mr. BT attacking and defending as well. No penalties yet. Neither has Harvey Lee, so he could go up to P5 if he stays clean.
Yeah, Harvey Lee's on those hards. Quite impressive actually. Well, he's not gonna go up to P5 because AJ's just
too far ahead. Yep, he can see the flashing light at the back of Sync Rudy's car. He knows he's running out of ERS. That's Mr. BT's advantage. Can he get past him?
Yeah, I think for Rudy it doesn't really matter if he's gonna lose the position to BT. It's more important if he makes it, because I mean he can lose the points from Mark and BT. It's 6 points he lost, but if he gets a puncture, it will cost him way more. So yeah, thinking of the long game, I think Rudy should not really battle BT too much.
Malta's definitely got this at the bag.
Already 12 laps. This is already over the maximum you can do, and he still needs another 3 laps. So well, 4 actually. 4 laps.
You can see the blisters on Rudy's tyres.
23 lap 24, lap 25, and lap 26. 4 laps.
Can it be a Dutch 1-2 or Mr. BT split them? As Harvey Lees has got past to Griff for P6. See Real Gamer down in P8 has dropped back slightly towards these two to Griff and Harvey. Harvey in P6 then. He had a bad qualifying, but he's made a good recovery drive to find himself in P6. So respect to Harvey Lees for that.
Harvey Lees? Yeah, perfect race.
Don't do that again, Harvey. You might pick up a penalty for doing that going wide.
But I don't know where he started. Where did he start? 9 positions back. Oh, he crashed in Q2.
Yeah, he did.
Well, yeah, Harvey really maximized this race up till now. No penalties yet, so it looks like he will keep this position. So yeah, whatever happens. So that's looking good too.
Oh no! Oh, I thought for a split second Mark was going to go down the inside, and that would have sent Mr. BT spinning. In fact, Mr. BT's got off the track. He lost it at the final corner. He stays in P3, but he's got Mark behind him.
For it straight away. Let's see what Mark will do.
He's pushed him under massive pressure. Will he go down the inside? No, he won't. He stays behind him.
AJ close behind as well, so Mark can't really do anything he wants. Otherwise, he'll get attacked by AJ. So yeah, Mark is gonna open up these ERS. The BT is gonna.
Oh, that's the Mercedes who just spun. That's AJ who spun.
No way! And now Harvey's gonna get P5. Oh no, AJ, not. Oh, and he spun again, and that's over. It's race over.
Oh, that's a shame for AJ. Could have finished in P4, P5.
Very unnecessary as well. You got it in the back. No, he had a penalty, so there would have been P5.
2 laps to go, AJ.
Yeah.
So
that's tough. Rudy is still the DRS about, but I think he will lose the position to BT this lap. As EOS is not really with him. Yeah, BT is opening up. I think Rudy won't keep this. Oh, he might actually. Yes, he will. No. He won't keep it for long.
Mr. BT knows Rudy's tyres are dying and he has the lack of ERS, so he knows he can fight for P2.
Those tyres must be screaming, and he's probably gonna lose DRS. He's gonna use everything to keep in it. Oh, Wouter penalty! No!
Wouter's got a penalty! Wow! Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Sink Rudy.
Oh my god. Well, this has gotten a lot more important just then.
Right, Rudy knows.
Rudy is now in a position to win.
So is Mr. BT. Mr. BT, tyre advantage, ERS advantage, no penalties. If he can overtake Rudy, if Rudy stays in second place, he can win this. If Mr. BT...
Remember, Mark doesn't know this yet, that there's a penalty, he can't see that.
Can he not?
Maybe in the party someone is telling him, but maybe Mark needs to make a move now.
I don't think Wouter can pull a 3-second gap in 2 laps. I don't think he can do that.
No. Unless they start fighting. Rudy is still on the DRS, so he's gonna gain an easy 3 temps on his hanger straight.
He's outside the 1 second range of DRS though, is Rudy, but he'll still get it because he was in the detection point under a second. Mr. BT, he wants to make a move. Can he go down the inside into Stowe? Can he make it? Will he send it? No, he does not. He knows he can win this race. He's got one last chance to try and overtake Rudy for second place. And look up. Oh, I think he tapped him. But Mark is in the background, waiting in the wings to try and salvage something from this race after he had a terrible restart of the safety car. Lost 2 positions due to Nathan spin. He got caught out. The gap is 1.3 now between Rudy and Mr. BT. Rudy does not have the protection of DRS because he's outside the 1 second range of Wouter. But Mr. BT, more ERS, better tyres. You expect him to try and overtake him here if he can. If not, definitely at Stowe. Don't go to... Oh no, he's got a penalty! That was just unnecessary to go wide. That was just not needed whatsoever. The pressure must have got to him going a bit wide through there. Sink Rudy will possibly win this race. Mark needs to overtake Rudy if he wants to win this race from pole position. He's right behind him. Mark knows he can win because the top 2 have got a penalty. Rudy is on dying soft tyres.
Gap to Mark is already 2.4 from Wouter, so he's not really in it. 2.6.
It's going to be so close. It needs to clear Rudy as quick as he can. If not, it goes to Wouter. Mr. BT blew his chance. That was just so unnecessary for him to go wide. He must be kicking himself for that one. But yeah, Mark is going to go down. No, he can't. He's too far back to make a lunge down the inside. He can't afford to make any mistakes. Can't afford to get a penalty. Don't get a penalty. Which it didn't do. Otherwise, the win would have gone to Rudy. But when he tried to go down the inside, it's the last corner. He sends Rudy into a half twitchy moment. C4 Gamer up into P6. And Wouter wins the race. It's Rudy wins the race.
Oh my god.
And Harvey up into P5. He got overtaken by Tigriff and Sevo Gamer at the last lap. But Wouter, Sink Rudy, wins the British Grand Prix. Unexpectedly, due to those soft compound tyres. But Mr. BT must be kicking himself. He knows he could have won this race if he didn't get that stupid penalty. He must be so frustrated with himself. He went wide at a place you don't go wide at all. But he must be so frustrated with himself. Did you see that, Jakob, where he got a penalty?
Yeah.
I would be so frustrated if I was Mr. BT. He could have won this race, the first race this season. But wow, what a race. What an incredible race. And now it's time for the...
Sorry, that wasn't my...
Thank you for commentating, Jakob, with me.
See you next week.
Look at the gap, Jakob. First and second. Oh. Wouter. Sink Rudy. And two of us were expecting Wouter to win that race, but Wouter got a penalty on lap 25 that cost him, and that allowed Sync Rudy to win. Sync Rudy had to defend from his life from Mark, knowing that he had a chance of winning this race, which he did. Defended beautifully from what Mark didn't really get close enough to attack him, but Rudy crucially stayed in the DRS zone of Mr. BT. His pace was very crucial. Talk about the man, he's here in the party. And we're just waiting for the other drivers to join. Our first race winner of the season goes to Sync Rudy. We're just waiting for the others to join. So our results will come up now. And here comes another driver, which is Mark. We should see Wouter soon. But I was not expecting Rudy to win the race. I thought it was all going to go down to Wouter. He had it under control. I didn't get to see the results. Too late for that. But, oh well. Just waiting for one more driver, which is Wouter. Hopefully he'll join. We've got 2 out of 3 drivers in the party, just one more to join, which is Wouter. He hasn't plugged in his mic, so I think he's going to get his mic and plug it in, and hopefully he'll speak to us. We'll just continue then without him. He'll join if he joins. Alright, second place, Mark.
That would be third place for me.
Ah yeah, third place. Third place, Mark. I dare say you must be a bit frustrated knowing that things could have gone your way, but they didn't. And the pace wasn't really there the first stint, was it? Could you tell us what happened, or just couldn't keep up with Wouter?
Oh yeah, no, we legit let him go because of some battling. I lost like 2 places in the beginning, and he just flew off. He got out of pieces DRS and just flew, and then we couldn't catch back up. Then the safety car brought us back together, and it was on again.
You lost 2 positions at the safety car restart due to Nathan spinning, so that cost you a lot too, didn't it?
I mean, it was either I broke or I got wing damage, so I lost I think 3, but I lost 3 positions because I was gonna be P2, then I was P5 eventually, but then your own got spun out. BT, I didn't even have 1 warning until the final lap, so I knew I had to play it safe. But I didn't know Wouter had a warning. I didn't know he had a warning.
You didn't know
changed things a bit.
You didn't know Wouter had a penalty towards lap 25. So, so what was your aim then? Were you trying to get P3 or trying to get P2?
I was trying to get P2. I didn't know if Wouter had a pen or not. I know he had 2 warnings during the safety car, so I said maybe as a penalty. But Rudy in the last straight in the final lap, I knew he didn't have ERS, but he had fucking DRS. So the DRS legit saved him so much. And then I tried one down the last chicane, which thank God I didn't go even further because I was behind him before the turn. But it was the last turn, last try, I think. So didn't hurt. But yeah, GG to everyone. It was a fun race. And also first pole of CRL finally. Long time coming. Didn't bottle, and I'm still happy with the result.
Were you surprised that Rudy was able to make it? Well, not make it, but stay with the good pace on those soft compound tires.
They were really working for him until the last 2 laps. That I realized they died. Legit, they were dead. So I said, okay, this is the time to attack. And PT, before the final lap, on the penultimate lap, he got a penalty.
Yep.
So I said, okay, game on. But yeah, turned out how it turned out.
AJ put a lot of pressure in that race, but fortunately for him, he spun behind you. Did you see it? Did you see if he crashed or not?
Who?
AJ, he was right behind you, putting pressure on you, but something happened to him. Did he spin?
My mic unplugged. Sorry, say again. Who spun?
AJ behind you.
I bet in the first sector, turn 4, I think he had a bit of spin. So that's unfortunate for him because he had a 3-second penalty, but he still could have gotten 4th or 5th.
You said you finished your P3, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Are you a bit frustrated with that, knowing what could have happened?
Yes, there definitely was a chance for the win. If I knew Wouter had the penalty, I would have tried to overtake Rudy on probably the lap before on the first straight of the final lap.
The first stint, were you a bit frustrated with the fighting because it was allowing Wouter to just pull away? Do you try and work together or not in the party? Because I know you've been in the party together, so...
Yeah, no,
Did you say
everyone was really quiet to the first stint.
Yeah,
honestly, he was just escaping. He got, I wouldn't say lucky, because Wouter's very fast on the first stint. Once I was second and he was first by about 3 seconds, the gap stayed to about 3 seconds, 3.1. But obviously, you can't catch him.
Thank you, Mark.
I don't have DRS, he doesn't have DRS. Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah, really good pole lap, by the way. Got us at our toes at the end, and unlucky in the race, but it's only first race this season, mate. Plenty to go. Got a podium in the first race this season, so not all too bad, is it?
Yeah, no, I'm still happy with the result.
Going on to Wouter. Wouter, I dare say that was yours to win, mate, but you bottled it at lap 25. What was your reaction into turn 1 when Nathan spun? Did you think you were going to hit him? Really on the soft compound tyres then on the second after the safety car restart, did you know that in your head that his tyres were going to wear out at the end, so you just played it safe and just stay behind him and not fight him too hard, knowing that you'll be quicker towards the end? Oh, Wouter, we can't hear you, mate. We can't hear you. Yeah, settings are off. It's your second account, isn't it? Go to I'll guide you to it, so go to party, go to party settings and allow voice to be shared. So at the beginning then, I bet you were very happy to see Peas and Mark fight in the very start, because that allowed you to pull away and get a big advantage, about 3 seconds, so you could manage your tyres, manage your ERS from there.
Yeah, I'd say my pace was really good today, especially with the first stint. I got the gap, and I think it was increasing as well. But yeah, after the safety car came out, and I knew it was going to be a train till the end.
Is that why you kept Rudy? Do you think you could have, looking back at it, do you think you could have kept Rudy in second place because you knew that if he got DRS, it'd be harder for Mr. BT and Mark to try and close in on you?
Not really. I think I expected more pace from Rudy on those softs, especially in the beginning, because I let him. I didn't fight him when he tried overtaking me, and I hoped for him to have like good pace so I could get away from BT. Yeah, overtake him later on, but we stayed on the train and just stayed the same gaps.
When you get that penalty on lap 25, did you? What was you thinking in your head?
Oh, I turned in and I knew I was getting a penalty. I don't know, a lot of, I don't know, yeah, it's annoyance. I was pissed off.
Yeah, I think I would be too, mate. You controlled that race so beautifully. Are you confident?
Especially last stint. With the DRS, I feel like I had, once I got Rudy out of the DRS as well, I had the pace to get away from everyone behind me.
First race this season, your pace was amazing. What are you expecting for the rest of the season to be like for you?
I hope I can stay in the fight for the win every race. but but I think it should, yeah, maybe not on my worst track, but in most tracks I think I can fight for the win.
Yeah. Congratulations on P2, by the way, Rudy. I know you'd be frustrated with yourself, but it's the first race this season, so you've got plenty of races left.
Yep.
Moving on to Rudy then. Rudy, race winner, mate. Congratulations. First race in CRL, and you managed to get a win. How do you feel, mate?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I didn't expect it at all, especially after poor qualifying. I invalidated in Q2, so I didn't manage to get out, and I was really, really frustrated, but I knew I was gonna have a chance on the alternate strategy, and that went really well at the start. Like, lots of people were dropping out, and I saw Wouter was pulling away. But yeah, I knew if there wasn't gonna happen, nothing was gonna happen, I wasn't gonna get him, but I was confident I was gonna get a podium if there were no safety cars. And then lap 10, the safety car came out, and at first I was really annoyed because I knew everyone was gonna pit onto mediums, and I knew everyone was gonna go into hards. I was gonna be fucked, so I went onto the softs, and yeah, those softs were just absolutely. They saved me, because yeah, those hards would have been terrible. But yeah, I managed to stay, especially when Nathan spun. I immediately got into P3, and then I was trying to get out of Wouter's DRS, but yeah, the DRS was so strong I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do it. So then I was trying to work together with him to get BT out, but yeah, that didn't work as well. And then I saw him getting the penalty, and I knew he was gonna push like crazy, so I knew I was gonna have to keep Mr. BT behind. But then he got a penalty as well, and he saved me from Mark at the end. And Mark, yeah, he was fighting until the final chicane, and yeah, he sent one down the inside as well. I was really scared I was gonna drop out of this penalty window, but yeah, I managed to stay in, and yeah, unbelievable.
Well, you just answered most of my questions there, mate. I had it in my head, but you managed to answer them. Coming into, what was I going to say? What was the percentage of your tyres if you looked at them?
They were 77, I think. So they not easily, but they did manage to make it. At the start of the stint, I wasn't sure, but yeah, I had to risk it, and I did, and yeah, worked out perfectly. Especially with everyone having the penalties.
Me and Joachim, or me and your sync buddy said that it was the wrong strategy to go to the softs, but you proved us wrong. You did a really fantastic job on those soft tyres.
Yeah, I didn't expect it as well, to be honest. And like, I had a lot of help from because KXI finished his tier 2 race, so he was engineering. And yeah, that helped a lot. I knew at the end Mr. BT was pretty low on ERS as well. And yeah, all of that information really helped to keep everyone behind for so long, because those softs at the last 2 laps they had no grip even through Luffield on the final lap. Mark was on my ass and he was so close. He was pushing me around, and he hit me slightly, so that lost him momentum. So that meant I got ahead, and yeah, I stayed ahead because of Mr. BT's DRS.
Last lap was really crucial for you, because I've looked at it and it was really crucial for you to stay in Mr. BT's DRS, because Mark would have got you if you didn't stay in Mr. BT's DRS, and you finished 600ths ahead of Wouter. That was how close it was. And that contact between you and Mark almost set you to a half spin, but you managed to save it and you managed to go on to win the race. So massive congratulations, man. Really happy for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, congrats to the top 3, Wouter, Rudy and Mark. See you all next week at 8:30.